So just a short intro of Abhinandan. He's a software engineer by profession. Having spent 14 years in the Indian IT industry, he's now a lead consultant manager with British Telecom. Abhinandan is very passionate about making a difference in society by bringing in awareness on waste management and a light lifestyle. Over to you, Abhi.
Good evening, everyone. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The planting of the tree that is mentioned in this Chinese proverb is symbolic of all those actions we should have and we could have taken sometime in the past, but for some reasons we haven't done. So today, for the next few minutes, I'll be talking about one such tree that I planted a few years back, 3.5 years back to be precise, which I should have done 23.5 years back, better late than never. And the tree that I'm going to talk is composting. Composting is the process of dealing with the organic waste that is generated at homes, at apartments, at institutes, wherever they are generated, to convert them into organic manure. And after having spent a few weeks, starting with watching Satyamev Jayate episode of Amir Khan, the impact of the waste management, much before that also, and speaking to friends, speaking to practitioners who had already started adopting it, browsing through material on which are the products that are available in the market, I zeroed in on a product chain called as the Daily Term. This is a photo of the store that was once there in Indranagar, that shifted to a close by place in the same locality. Why I put up this here is for the lightness that the store gives, and the lightness or the light impact that it is having on the society also. So I went into this store, having finalized that yes, I'll start doing it. And this is what I was, nervous. The only thing that was missing there was the breakdown that is always associated with this word, nervous. So I was nervous for various reasons. Number one, this was not the first time such a zeal had come inside me, such a passion had risen inside me to start doing something. I had a good history or a bad history, I would say, on taking up something and then letting it just fizzle out within a matter of days. I was scared if I am going to do the same to this. And the second most important reason, the stakeholders who are going to be involved in this project of composting. The decision was made. I had made a decision on behalf of my family that my family is going to start composting the organic waste generated at my home. And the time I had spent to discuss this with my family was probably about 3 to 5 minutes, spread across a week. That was the amount of time I had spent. And I had all reasons to be nervous because of that. Because I was not very comfortable for the support that I am going to get or how we are going to implement it. But I made up my mind. So the product that I purchased from this store called as Daily Term is the one that's on the right side, called as the Kamba. Along with it comes a powder which actually helps the conversion of the organic waste into organic manure called as the compost. These are the two products. I was instructed, I was briefed by the staff of the store as to what needs to be done. The instructions had been as simple as this. You collect the wet waste at your home in a separate waste bin. Transfer it once it's full into the pot number 1, that's there in the picture. Sandwich it with a layer of this powder. If it's too dry, sprinkle some water. If it's too moist, add some more powder. Repeat the exercise till the pot fills. Once the pot is full, rotate it with the other pot. So it was as simple as this. Theory was flawless. Nothing could go wrong. But we always have seen the challenge of theory versus our practical ability of implementing that theory. And this was what it was of 4 days. This is actually a glamorized version of the waste that had accumulated in my home. So you can imagine what it was actually. It was a complete mess. Everything was mixed up. Within the first 4 days itself, 2 of the 3 pots were full. The other waste bins that I had commissioned at home to start collecting different kinds of waste had all the grayness surfaced up. For the first time, we realized that between dry waste and wet waste, between the organic and the inorganic waste, the grayness that is there is much more than anything else. So it was messier. And what was even messier was this. I was getting these stares from my family members, and if looks could kill, I wouldn't have been standing here this day. So it was a failure till that point, and I was on the verge of giving it up. But should I give it up? No, I decided to take the bull by its horns, but the horns were like this. They had expanded throat. The horns were actually old habits that I had to revisit and start working on. But I wanted to, for some reason, I just wanted to succeed. So this is what I did. I took up one of those wet waste bins that was there at home, and I decided to scavenge it. I decided to put my hand into it and separate out the things that were not supposed to be in there. And today, when I am talking this, I can tell you that I exactly remember the taste of the fluid that rose from here till this point, which I had to stop from coming out because of the smell that was emanating from those dustbins. I can still feel the uncomfortable moisture and the warmth that the surface of my hand felt, and I just can't forget it. And in that moment of experience is what I got a reason to make this succeed at my home. I just did not want to be the reason to let any other fellow human being go through those moments that I went in those few minutes with my hands where I just mentioned. I didn't want to go. I didn't want me to be the reason for it. I didn't want my family to be the reason for it. And it started. It restarted, I must say. Within the next 6 weeks, I had chatted with a lot of people who had done it. I read through more and more information. I spoke to people, and I got to lay the same hands on this precious thing called as the compost. It was magical. And just the way I cannot forget the feeling that first I had got when I put my hand into the waste bin, this is something that I'll never forget. It was gentle, it was fresh, and I think everyone should experience it. Since then, so it's been 3.5 years to 4 years since I started, I can proudly say that my family have converted close to around 3,000 liters of wet waste into compost. And what it takes for me to do that, it doesn't take more than 5 minutes once every 2 days. It doesn't take more than an additional 3 minutes once every weekend where I need to check the moist content of how's it going on. Do I need to add some water to it? Do I need to add some more powder? And once a month or once 2 months, I don't have to spend more than 15 minutes to segregate the generated compost and distribute it across. What more, as a family, we have revived some of the best practices we have always had in our culture to reuse things. The milk packet is just a symbolic thing of one of the things that we are doing. And some innovative techniques to reduce the consumption of the things that we don't actually consume. So I am considered as, when I walk into the pizza store of in my locality, I am being seen as a person who will walk in there with the Tupperware box. I did receive a couple of uncomfortable glances a few times, but they are now used to it, and I am used to those uncomfortable glances also. And there is a much more awareness of the amount of waste that we generate, the kind of waste that we generate, where it needs to go. And one such thing that we have started practicing as part of our class in the MBA program is replacing the paper cups with which we drink our teas with the steel cups or the mugs that we get from home. So that's one thing that we have started. And that's the kind of awareness I have started to see with what we consume on a day-to-day basis. Now coming back to it, when I speak to friends about it, I use every opportunity that I get to speak about this, to speak about the goodness of this whole process. And when I do that, usually the words that come up are, yes, you are committed to it, you are very passionate about it. But what's forgotten, I think, is the intent. So today when I am standing here after having spent the first trimester with the institute, I cannot brush aside, or I cannot forego the mindset that I have to look out for reasons of why something is working. It has been working for the last 3.5 years. Why is it working? Apart from the commitment and the passion that's there, which I cannot undermine and I won't undermine, it's the intent that's there behind it. And if I start to put it in terms of the academic information that I have procured for the last trimester, it's this. In those minutes when my hand was in that wet waste bin, I actually discovered the right customer I wanted to make difference to. I actually discovered the right problem that I wanted to solve for that customer. And that, the customer insight, as we have learned as part of the first trimester, that's something that I think has given me that escape velocity that has kept me going, that has provided the momentum which has kept our family and me going on this one. And the last thing, from the project management side to the actual problem that we face, we think and we believe that just you as a person, you cannot bring about a huge change to the society by being passionate or committed or even having a good intention. But what we should also remember is this. One wise man who has said this, don't ever underestimate the power of the common man. That's what this man says. And we should not. And I'll just give you a sample of the power that we have, I think we are underestimating. So, for an average family like mine, which generates about 6 liters of wet waste once every 2 days, if I extrapolate it over to over 200,000 families in Bangalore, in the city, which forms about 2%, we will be having 45 football pitches filled with waste.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhinandan. Thank you. Audience, please vote for Abhinandan. And jury, if we could have your comments, please.
Your name is again? Abhinandan. So Abhinandan, first of all, I want to compliment you on an extremely important presentation, which I think was very sensitively done. Okay, it's truly an important thing. And first of all, from a stylistic perspective, I can say that your style grows on you. You don't come across as a flamboyant person, but listening to you, it's clear that you've thought through this matter, so I kind of became more and more involved with it. So thanks a lot. So I think what you brought out very strongly was the importance of persistence in not a very glamorous activity, right? But at the same time, I don't know if you adequately talked about the apathy part of it, which is, I'm facing, for example, in my area. It's just a sea of plastic in every single lot over there. And if I go to anybody, they say the government should do it. So those are, as you said, there will be individual battles, and I'm very proud of you that you've actually done so much. It's very creditable, and all of us must learn from you, I think. And of course, the one thing that you possibly have not touched, or maybe did a little bit, this room is full of relatively prosperous people whose levels of consumption at every level, every step of their lifestyle is unbearable. Everything that we're doing is excessive, and it's a huge burden on the planet, right? So I think it's very brave of you to have brought this to our attention, and we certainly ought to do something about it. So I want to thank you, and I'd like to give you.
I think you spoke from the heart, and that came through. Right? I mean, I think I agree with him. It's not about the stylistic value, it's about the message and how you truly believed it, so and hence that belief came through. And I like the organization of the presentation, the way you organized it. You were very clear about the problem, the solution that you approached with, your experience with it, and hence, what should others think about as they think about this journey? What can we do? So it was very well done. I will give you a 9.
Thank you.
Yeah, same points that in terms of style, you come across as very honest and authentic, and that pulls the audience towards you. So I thought that that you've got that advantage, and I'm hoping that you carry that style in all your work-related presentations, so you build your credibility through that authenticity. Great talk, great topic, and I was just hoping that you don't bring product management into it. But you couldn't resist. I'll keep you in mind.
No, that's the damage. That you told me to discuss.
Thank you. Can we see the audience score, Dheeraj? It's a 9.8. Congratulations.